From Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, it is game number 45. Today, the Cleveland Indians and the Baltimore Orioles conclude this four-game series. The Indians having won two of the first three ball games that have been played. Hi again, everybody. Tom Hamilton, Jim Rosenhaus, Stephanie Hagel, and Brian Matze ready to bring you Tribe Baseball on what is now a cloudy day off the shores of Lake Erie. The Indians and the Baltimore Orioles have had some tightly contested games this weekend. And as I mentioned, the Indians have taken two of the first three at the end of June. These clubs will be meeting again. It'll be a three-game series in Baltimore. The Indians come in today with a record of 24-20, second place in the division, and trying to stay close to the Minnesota Twins, who just are rampaging their way through the early parts of this season. Twins hammering Seattle again last night. Minnesota's won 5 in a row, and it keeps the Indians 5.5 games out of first. Baltimore in dead last in the AL East at 15-30. Only Kansas City and Miami have worse records in all of baseball. The umpires look like this. It'll be Bruce Dreckman calling the balls and strikes. Chad Fairchild will be umpiring at first. Paul Emmel is the crew chief. He'll make the calls at second. And Mike Estabrook is the third base umpire. Today, we've got the overcast skies. We should be okay here, at least for the next few hours. But the way the wind is blowing straight out, and we are supposedly going to have wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour before this game is over. So when you're talking those kind of winds, boy, some kind of storm could blow in here in a hurry because it has really warmed up. It's muggy. And again, with those strong winds coming out of the southwest blowing out to right and right center, who knows what kind of weather could be coming with it all. Though the one thing we do know, it's going to be about 20 degrees cooler tomorrow. So it's amazing how here in the month of May, from day to day, it seems like we go not quite knowing what to expect weather-wise. It'll be Shane Bieber on the hill today for the Cleveland Indians. The young right-hander, now 23 years of age. Bieber, 6'3", 200 pounds. Fastball, curveball, slider, and changeup. Shane Bieber has never faced the Baltimore Orioles before, so you would think that would certainly give him the advantage here today, at least the first time through the order. Jonathan Villar is going to lead it off for Baltimore. He is a switch hitter at short today. He'll swing it left-handed. Shane Bieber works first base side of the rubber, the end of the windup, and his first pitch, and it's in there, a strike, and we're underway at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario. 84 degrees, our game time temp. The 0-1, and it's at the knees, 0-2. Villar has had one hit this weekend in 11 at-bats, but it was a biggie, sparking the Baltimore win on Friday night, a 3-run home run. Otherwise, 1 for 11. The pitch, a little low, a little outside. He's been pounding the outside corner with a fastball. 1-2 the count. Shane Bieber has had one issue this year. The long ball has hurt him. He delivers, and it's swung on and missed. Got him to chase the slider in the dirt. And that's been such a good pitch for Bieber. The opponents are batting 186. That's it when they face the Shane Bieber slider. And that was a wipeout slider there to strike out Villar to start today's ball game. Shane Bieber, a record of 2-2, ERA 3.81. This is his 9th start, no complete games, 6 innings a start. He is averaging 10 strikeouts, 2 walks per 9 innings. Now the wind and pitch, and the left-handed hitting Dwight Smith takes a curveball strike. Bieber has given up 10 home runs. That's been the one thing that's hurt him, and it cost him his last time out in Chicago 6 days ago when he gave up 4 solo home runs. He delivers, and Smith check swing, went around, and it's quickly 0-2. Smith, a .268 batting average, 8 homers, A team-high 27 RBIs for the left-handed batter. Bieber into the windup, and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Came back in on his hands with a slider. And a couple of strikeouts by Shane Bieber to get today's game going. Carlos Gonzalez in left today. Leonis Martin in center, and Oscar Mercado is in right. Carlos Santana at first. Jason Kipnis at second. Frankie Lindor at short. Jose Ramirez at third. And Roberto Perez behind the plate. Here is the right fielder, Trey Mancini. 2 down, nobody on, no score, and he fouls off the first pitch. Mancini has homered twice in this series, including yesterday. He leads Baltimore with 10 homers. He's batting .310. He's knocked in 21. Now the wind and pitch, and it's swung on a high bouncer to first on one hop, handled by Santana, jogs to the bag, and it's a 9-pitch inning. Well, the Indians are going to face a right-hander named Jeffrey Ramirez. The Indians have faced him one other time, and the Indians beat Jeffrey Ramirez the other time they faced him and pounded him for 7 runs in 3 innings. The right-hander delivers, and Frankie Lindor swings and fouls back the first pitch for strike 1. Ramirez, 25 years of age, 6'2", 215. He works first base side of the rubber, angled toward the third base foul line. He delivers, and the pitch swung on, bang, fair. Just inside the bag at first, down into the corner, and Lindor will head to second with a stand-up double. So Frankie Lindor, with his third double, and batting left-handed, starts this Indians first with a shot inside the bag at first and down into the corner. Lindor batting .339 over the last 14 games, so he is back. Basically, his spring training is over, and Lindor is locked in. Here's Jason Kipnis. He's been on base, either with a hit or a walk, a modest 13 consecutive games. And Kipnis now just trying to, at least with a ground ball, move Lindor to third. Shift to the right side of the infield. Kipnis bunts one back toward the mound. Bobbled by the catcher, wins. Everybody's safe. That's a bunt single. What a great bunt by Kipnis. Even if Wins comes up with it cleanly, he's probably not going to get Kipnis. A good high bounce on that bunt by Kipnis, and it bounced so high up in the air that really gave Kipnis a good break. And he was bunting Lindor over to third, but he got the best case scenario. He moves the runner and gets a bunt hit out of it as well. And the Indians have runners at the corners, and that's something Kipnis did on his own. Infield stays in a shift to the right, and the infield at double play depth. Indians at the corners. Nobody out, no score yet for Carlos Santana, batting left-handed. He hit that bomb to center yesterday, and the pitch backs him off the plate. Jeffrey Ramirez throws in the low 90s, fastball, slider, changeup. He'll throw his changeup more than his slider, and he's in hot water in a hurry. Outfield deep and around toward right. Here's the set. Here's the pitch. High with a changeup. Now, you get a ball up in the air today to right and right center, and you're really going to get a boost with that wind blowing out. It's warm. It's humid. It's 84 degrees, and that game time temp brought to you by Perfect Power Wash. Perfect results guaranteed. Now the 2-0 to Santana. A swing and a line drive, base hit to right. Indians take the lead. Hitting second, motoring to third is Kipnis. 1-0 Tribe as Lindor scores on Santana's RBI single to right. And the Indians lead 1-0. Santana gets his 26th run batted in. Tops on the ball club. And the Indians are off to a great start and a chance to have a blowout first inning against Jeffrey Ramirez. So a double and back-to-back singles And the Indians have runners at the corners. Nobody out, leading 1-0. Dwight Smith is in left. Stevie Wilkerson in center. Trey Mancini in right. Chris Davis at first. Hanser Alberto at second. Jonathan Villar at short. Rio Ruiz at third. And the catcher, Austin Wins. Carlos Gonzalez, the batter, with nobody out. Shift to the right. And the pitch. And it's swung on and foul tipped. Good changeup. Ramirez hasn't made a start all year with Baltimore. He had worked out of the bullpen 3 times. No wins, a loss, a 5.14 ERA. He had given up 4 runs on 5 hits in 7 relief innings. He had struck out 8, but he also walked 5 in 7 innings. Outfield deep toward right. Now the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, deep right center. This is trouble. This ball near the wall. A leaping catch made by Wilkerson, the center fielder, in deep right center. And heading home on the tag is Kipnis. Getting back to first is Santana. And Gonzalez almost hit a 3-run home run. Nice play by the center fielder Wilkerson near the wall in deep right center on a dead sprint. Made a leaping catch. And that's RBI number 7 for Carlos Gonzalez. And it's the first out in the inning when it almost became a 3-run home run. So 2-0 Tribe. Runner at first, 1 out. Shift still employed on the right. Jose Ramirez batting left-handed. Looks at a called strike. The Indians coming out of their shoes swinging at Jeffrey Ramirez. Jose Ramirez in a 3-for-28 slide. The pitch, up high, a ball. The Indians, Jeffrey Rodriguez, spells his first name with a J. This is Jeffrey Ramirez. He spells his first name with a Y. Now the set by Ramirez. And the 1-1. Down and in, ball 2, 2-1. Well, Ramirez is no stranger to starting, as he had been in AAA, and at Norfolk he had gone 1-1 with an ERA of 1.50. He had made 4 starts on the AAA level, came up to Baltimore to work out of the pen, now starting today. The 2-1, swing and a miss, pulled the string on a changeup, 2-2. Jose Ramirez still batting just .193. 4 homers, 13 RBIs. Santana at first, not much of a lead. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, high fastball. That's how they go after Ramirez. They get him to chase the off speed, and then with 2 strikes, they've been able to get him to expand and chase the high fastball. And that's the first strikeout for Ramirez. And it's out number 2. And here's Jake Bauers DHing today, another left-handed batter. 7 in the lineup today for Terry Francona. Bauers, he's scuffling, 3 for his last 21. And again, Baltimore stays overloaded on the right side of the infield. The pitch, and it's in there, a called strike. The way the wind is, the way the humidity is, and the warmth, it may take a lot of runs to win today. Not saying that Bieber won't pitch well, but you could make good pitches and get hurt today. The pitch waved at, 1-1. You'll have some routine fly balls. Get out of here. By the way, we mentioned the 84 degrees, brought to you by Perfect Power Wash. You can visit perfectpowerwash.com and get your quote today. Tribe up 2-0 first inning. 2-strike pitch to Bauers. High fastball, 1-2. Jeffrey Ramirez was originally signed as an infielder by the Arizona Diamondbacks in 2011. The next year, Arizona moved him to the mound in the minor leagues. Here's the throw over, and back standing is Santana. The Yankees, after 2015, took Ramirez in the minor league phase of the Rule 5 draft. And then 2 summers ago, New York sold Ramirez to Baltimore. Now the set. Now the 1-2. Down low, went with a changeup, 2-2. Jeffrey Ramirez last year with Baltimore appeared in 17 games. 12 of those were starts. He had a .592 ERA a year ago. He won 1 game. He lost 8. Now the 25-year-old right-hander's 2-2. Runner goes. Pitch swung on, a little blooper into center, but it is caught by Wilkerson. He came charging in, and he charged too far and then had to leap. Shane Bieber now works with a 2-0 lead. Chris Davis, Stevie Wilkerson, Renato Nunez, the middle of the order for rookie manager Brandon Hyde. First pitch is in there, a strike to Chris Davis. He's 2 for 12 this weekend. The left-handed slugging first baseman, batting .186, 5 homers, 17 ribbies. He takes a pitch down and in, and that'll even the count at a ball and a strike. Shane Bieber lost that ball game to the White Sox, giving up the 4 solo home runs. The 1-1, foul down the left side by Davis, 1-2. And the home run ball has hurt Bieber more than it did a year ago. Mentioned before, Shane Bieber now has given up 10 home runs in this young campaign. He gave up 13 all of last year. The pitch, strike 3 call. Davis took a fastball. Must have been guessing something else, and Bieber has struck out his 3rd Oriole. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Stevie Wilkerson. Wilkerson, he'll bat left-handed, hitting .280, 4 homers, 10 RBIs. Whether you're shipping from Cleveland or shipping through Cleveland, choose Global Transport, Northeast Ohio's preferred provider for transportation and logistics management. First pitch strike to Wilkerson, and typical Shane Bieber just pounding the strike zone here in the early going. Now the wind and next delivery bounces in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. We will see the Oakland A's tomorrow night, first of 3. Then the Indians entertain Tampa for 4 starting Thursday. Now the 1-1 pitch, swung on a topper, headed by the mound, charged by the second baseman. Kipnis gloves and throws on the run to get Wilkerson 2 down. That'll bring up Renato Nunez, DHing today. Nunez hitting .092 since the last week in April. That's almost a month of hitting .092. Oakland's going to come into town feeling pretty good. They're creeping closer to 500, and if they get to keep playing Detroit, they'll be 500. They're just beating the bejeebers out of the Tigers. The wind and the pitch, and it's low, ball 1. Tigers have lost 6 in a row, and the Detroit Tigers have the early 2-0 lead in the first against Oakland. Now the wind and 1-0 pitch, and it's downstairs, ball 2, 2-0. Minnesota Twins last night put a pounding on Seattle, out in Seattle. Twins are now 30-15. Only Houston has a better record, 31-15. Rain starting to fall as the pitch is swung on and fouled back, and the fans are heading for cover like they're getting pelted by golf balls. Just a light little shower. No scoring yet for the Birds, who trail 2-0. Nunez lofts one high in the air to shallow center. Kipnis, the second baseman. Roberto Perez is going to open up the Indians' second inning. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 in Terry Francona's lineup. The Indians with a 2-0 lead as Jeffrey Ramirez, the right-hander, winds it up, and the pitch is down and away, ball one. Roberto Perez batting .228, 5 homers, and a dozen RBIs. The next pitch swung on, grounded in the hole and into left. Between third and short, Perez has the Indians' 4th base hit. So they have had base hits to start each of the first 2 innings. And that'll bring to the plate Leonis Martin, who's trying to get it going. Now batting .223, 6 homers, 12 RBIs. With Perez on at first, the only way you would have anything on as a play would be a hit and run, but you won't see Roberto Perez trying to do any base stealing. Again, 3 infielders on the right side. The pitch, and it's swung on, socked high in the air, left center, medium deep, and Wilkerson, the center fielder, retires Martin in left center. Here's Oscar Mercado. Great weekend for him. He got his first major league hit yesterday. His mom and dad have been here this weekend. They flew back to Tampa this morning, but they were here to see their son's first major league hit. Oscar Mercado is going to have a lot more of those. Indians with a 2-0 lead, a 1-out base runner for Mercado, who gets the start today against a right-handed pitcher. He's 1 for 6 in his young career. The pitch, Mercado takes low, ball one. Mike Sarbaugh coaching at third. The Hall of Famer Sandy Alomar Jr. at first. Indians in those home whites with the navy blue and red trim. Orioles with the orange tops, black trim, gray pants. The pitch swung on and the bat splintered as he fouls it off to the right. And they count 1 ball, 1 strike. Visit your Northern Ohio Buick and GMC dealers. You'll get exceptional offers on all 2019 models. Mercado goes to the on-deck circle to put a little stickum on the bat handle. The new bat. Now we're ready to get back to baseball. The set. And the 1-1. Up and in, ball 2, 2-1. Ramirez is ready. Here it comes. Way outside, 3-1. Now the 3-1 offering. Mercado pops it up. Playable. Foul territory, third base side. Ruiz, the third baseman, makes the catch coming down the line. And Mercado is out number 2. Top of the order, and Frankie Lindor, the switch hitter, will bat left-handed. Started the Indians first with a double into the right field corner. And scored. Lift with thousands of friendly, qualified drivers. They know the city, and they want to get you to and from the game worry-free. No matter where you're going, there's a Lift waiting to take you there. 2-0 Indians. Runner at first, 2 down in the second. And the pitch to Lindor is in there, called strike. Now the set and the next delivery. Down and in, breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rain has stopped, just had the lightest of showers, which has now completely gone away. Now the next delivery, swung on, ripped to right down the line again. Fair ball headed toward the corner. Perez, can he score with 2 down? He'll be stopped. Lindor's in standing almost the same spot as his first double, right down the right field line. And so Frankie, with a couple of doubles today, he had 2 all year. So Lindor with 2 doubles down the right field line, and Perez is at third. Lindor at second. 2 men out here in the second. Tribe up 2-0. And the catcher Austin Wynn's out to talk to Jeffrey Ramirez, because with the Indians up 2-0, this is a critical point for the Orioles. With Jason Kipnis, a bunt single his first time up, a base hit here, and all of a sudden the Indians might be on their way to a blowout win here against Baltimore in the finale.
And the Indians doing a much better job against the Ramirez changeup, which doesn't have the separation that we saw yesterday from Means and Friday night from Bundy.
Now the set, now the pitch. Kipnis takes, and it's a little high, ball 1.
And Santana RBI single last inning, and Lindor's base hit there. Changeups in that 87-mile-an-hour range, which is not going to temper the bat speed for the Indians as much.
Jeffrey Ramirez works from the first base side of the rubber. And the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Indians trying to take 3 out of 4, and quite frankly, you have to. When you play teams that are in a total rebuild like Baltimore, you have to beat these teams up. That's what gets you to the playoffs. Now the set. Now the 1-1 pitch. Kipnis swings and foul tips it. 1-2. Nobody cares who you beat as long as you have enough wins come October to get into postseason play. Kipnis, slightly closed stance. He's close to the plate as he awaits the 1-2 pitch from Ramirez. Here it comes. Up and in. Fastball leaned him back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Target inside corner, the 2-2. Down and in. Ball got away from Wins. Coming home with the 3rd run is Perez. And moving to 3rd is Lindor. Well, that ball looked like it should not have gotten away from Wins. And Wins is going to be charged with a passed ball. Pitch wasn't that bad. So the Indians get a gift. And the Indians now lead it 3-0 with 2 down. Lindor is still at 3rd. And the payoff pitch to Kipnis. Swung on a little broken bat flare, foul first base seating area. Kipnis needs a new piece of lumber. 3-0 Indians, 2nd inning, 2 down, Lindor at 3rd base. All of this with 2 down. Lindor the double to put runners at 2nd and 3rd, the passed ball. And now Kipnis with a 3-2 count. Again, Baltimore with 3. on the right side of the infield. The outfield, though, playing Kipnis the other way toward left. The payoff pitch. Swung on, yanked foul into the photo bay area beyond the first base dugout. And a good at-bat for Kipnis. He'll see his 8th pitch in this at-bat. Ramirez comes set, hands belt high. He fires. Swing and a foul back. And Kipnis fought off the fastball to stay in there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Changeup got him. And so the Indians are done. Indians with a 3-0 lead. Shane Bieber has wiped out the first 6 that he has faced. Rio Ruiz, the number 7 hitter, left-handed batting third baseman, looks at a ball down low. Well, I tell you what, Kurt Schloss, our Cleveland Indians vice president of merchandise and now the vice president of ice cream. That pitch down low, 2-0. Kurt Schloss showed why he worked his way to the top of the food chain, as he has brought in a fresh cooler of ice cream sandwiches from our good friends Pierre's Ice Cream. The pitch swung on, ripped to left field, a base hit. So Ruiz, the first base runner and the first base hit for Baltimore. So we want to thank the big kahuna, Kurt Schloss, and he does such a great job with all the merchandising and the marketing. And, of course, you see all of that in the team shops, and we know you folks love it. But Jersey or Pierre's ice cream sandwich? I think I'm going ice cream sandwich. Thank you, Kurt. Here's Hanser Alberto, the second baseman, taking a strike. Boy, Pierre's has just become the number 1 press box favorite. There was nobody eating bacon today, but it looked like the Last Supper with people trying to crawl in to the ice cream sandwich freezer. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Alberto. A swing and a foul down the right side, 0-2.
Does Andre Knott get any credit for the new addition?
Andre Knott, who does such a great job for Fox Sports Ohio as the sideline reporter, was a very angry elf yesterday. The ice cream machine wasn't working. And that also tells you Andre's influence. When Kurt heard that, he said, well, we can't have Andre upset. I don't really care about Rosie and Hammy. Let's get some Pierre's ice cream sandwiches for Andre. Now the 0-2 pitch. And it's low, and I heard you made a special delivery to Andre.
Well, you know, we went downstairs to interview Adam Pletko after his great game yesterday, and Andre was chirping that he didn't get any ice cream sandwiches, so I brought him one.
Out of your side pocket?
Yes, so it wasn't quite...
That's a little awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a little soft.
I think we'll let the story end right there. Here's the 1-2 pitch, swung on, bang to first, fielded by Santana. Steps on the bag, throws to Lindor at second. Sliding into the tag is Alberto. A hot smash the other way by Alberto, and Santana made a tremendous stop and then started a 3-6 double play. He did that without a Pierre's ice cream sandwich in his side pocket like Rosie. 2 down, bases empty, third inning, 3-0 Indians.
Do you think there's a chance there's a soft ice cream machine installed in the camera bay beyond the Indians' dugout where Andre sits?
Why don't you go down and check it out? Get out of Stephanie's hair. You've made her angry today, too.
Wait a minute.
Here's Austin Wynns, the right-handed hitting catcher for the Birds, and he takes down low, ball 1. Yeah, we thank Kurt. And we thank our good friends at Pierre's Ice Cream. Man, Pierre's Ice Cream, folks, it doesn't get any better. Now the pitch is outside, a ball, and if any of you have a good dry cleaner to recommend, Rosie would like that phone number to see if the dry cleaner can get ice cream out of his pants. 2-0 the count now on Austin Wins. That pitch waved at 2-1.
How is it ice cream sandwiches are the best thing when you're a kid?
Yep.
And then you forget about them
Yep.
for a while, and now they've come full circle.
It's like fish sticks. Does anybody make those anymore?
I don't know.
I think we had them 8 days a month in school. That pitch down low, 3-1. I'm sure there wasn't 1 ounce of fish in them.
No. A lot of good bread, though.
Yeah. 3-1 the count on the number 9 hitter. Austin Wins. 3-0 Tribe. The pitch swung on a little looping liner to center, base hit. So Wins has the second hit in the inning. Power Home Solar. They're the official solar provider of the Indians, building a movement. Visit powerhome.com or text solar 411-411. Power Home Solar. Own your power. Indians with a 3-0 lead in the third. Top of the order, and Jonathan VR struck out his first time up. Let's see how the Birds fare second time through the order. They had never faced Shane Bieber until today. Bieber so far 3 strikeouts and, as always, no walks. He sets at the belt, delivers. VR looks at a fastball strike, 94 miles an hour. Talking about velo, Mike Clevenger's been throwing bullpens in the mid-90s. He is eligible to come off the disabled list on June 7th. It's about 3 weeks away, a little less. Now the 0-1 pitch, down and in, a slider, 1-1. Mike Clevenger will shortly go out and start pitching in minor league games. They'll work slowly to build him up. But, folks, Mike Clevenger looks incredible. Now the 1-1 pitch, down low, 2-1. Now, Tito said on the pregame show, if you missed it, June 7th is when Clevenger could officially pitch and be off the disabled list. Tito said that still might be a little optimistic, not because he's not healthy, because they're still building up his arm strength so he can go deeper into games. Now the 2-1 pitch, swung on, grounded off the glove of Santana at first, down the right field line, chased down halfway down the line by Kipnis. Second baseman throws it in. And the Orioles have Wins at third and VR at first. Looked like a bad hop single that got part of the glove of Santana. And so the Orioles have runners at the corners with 2 down. And the Indians up 3-0. Dwight Smith, the batter. But it's incredible how well Mike Clevenger has recovered and how hard he is throwing. Right now, he's got almost the same velocity he normally has when he's pitching. And he'll soon go out and start pitching in minor league rehab games. He's eligible June 7th. We'll see. Dwight Smith, the batter, swings fouling it back, strike 1. Again, Tito said June 7th might be optimistic. But the way Clevenger has come back, I think a lot of people wondered, including Tito, was Clevenger's season over, or might you not see him until September?
Tom, have you ever seen a pitcher coming back from injury just jump right in with high velocity and not really do the lob tossing, things like that to loosen up? He just gets right into it.
Now the 0-1 pitch, a swing and a foul tip. 0-2. Yeah, I agree. He is. I don't know how he gets anybody that volunteers to play catch with him, because he looks like he's literally trying to throw the ball 200 miles an hour playing catch.
That first day in Miami, James Quinlan, the trainer, was catching him. I think his hand was hamburger by the end.
Wouldn't doubt it. Well, that's what makes Mike Clevenger so good. such a competitor. So there's some really good news in regards to Clev. Now the set by Bieber. 3-0 Tribe. The 0-2 pitch to Dwight Smith. Strike 3 called! He took a fastball at the knees. Boy, Orioles hitters must get. It's Liberty Ford Grand Slam giveaway time. This would be a great day to do it. Wind blowing out, warm, humid. 3-0 Tribe. Carlos Santana hitting third. RBI single his first time up. He'll swing it left-handed. Jeffrey Ramirez, the right-hander, delivers, and it's high, ball one. Mary Lou Hodke of Amherst will win a brand-new Ford Mustang convertible from Liberty Ford if the Indians hit the grand salami this inning. The pitch swung in and blasted to deep right, away, back and gone. Santana homered to dead center yesterday, and a laser to right here in the third. And the Indians have a 4-0 lead. So Santana with his team-high 7th home run and a team-high 27 RBIs. RBI single today, a solo homer to right today. And the Indians with a 4-0 lead in the third. And here's Carlos Gonzalez. Almost hit a 3-run homer to right center his first time up. It went as a sac fly. The wind and pitch, high and wide, ball one. Well, again, Mary Lou Hodke of Amherst trying to win the Ford Mustang convertible from Liberty Ford if the Indians have the bases loaded homer here in the third. That pitch spins them out of the way in tight, 2-0. Visit LibertyFord.com to enter for your chance to win. Again, every left-handed hitter is being played by an infield shift on the right side. The 2-0, and it's in there, 2-1. Ramirez into the line. Here it comes. Fastball is a bit high, 3-1. Ramirez isn't a blower. His fastball tops out 93. It's not bad, but it's not like some guys. That's why he needs command. The pitch and a strike called. Nicked the outside corner. Full count. George Springer is leading the American League in homers. Man, the Houston outfielder has 17. The pitch is high, and it's a walk. First given up by Ramirez. Gonzalez heads to first. George Springer has set a Houston Astros club record. 17 home runs in the first 45 games. And you knew he would be a perfect fit for any team. But Michael Brantley now leading the American League in hitting at .331. And Brantley's also 9th in the league in RBIs with 32. Now the set and the pitch to Jose Ramirez, and it's a little bit low, ball one. That Houston ball club is a juggernaut. They're just running away in the West. Here is the set. Here is the pitch. And it's in there, 1-1. Houston already with an 8.5 game lead in the West. They have the biggest division lead in baseball. The Astros lead the American League in average. They lead the American League in hits. Second in the American League in runs scored, only to Minnesota. Now the 1-1, and it's low and away, 2-1, missed again. Houston is second in the league in doubles, third in the league in home runs. There isn't anything Houston can't do offensively. Now the set. Now the 2-1 pitch. A swing and a miss. Ramirez, again, swung at a pitch that was up and in. And this is why he's getting himself out. The count should be 3-1, but he swung at ball 3. It's like he's got his mind made up to swing before he sees the pitch. Now the 2-2 delivery. Ball 3, it bounced in there. Great block by Wins. Full count. The other thing is Houston is second in the league in earned run average. So you talk about having it all. The Houston Astros do. They are loaded for a deep, deep run. Now the set and payoff. Checked on a pitch down and in. Ramirez didn't chase and draws the walk. Second in a row since the homer. Gonzalez to second, Ramirez to first. I'm sure we'll see somebody from Baltimore's dugout soon. Here's Jake Bauers' fly out his first time up. The Astros now have a run differential of 93. They have outscored the opposition by 93 runs. That means they're winning their games on an average of 2 runs a game. Minnesota's not far behind. Minnesota's run differential is 77. Minnesota's pitching isn't nearly as good as Houston's, but still pretty darn good in that Minnesota offense. Has been astounding how good and how deep that lineup is. Here's Jake Bauers' fly down his first time up. 2 on, nobody out, 4-0 Tribe. The set and the pitch. And Bauers takes a ball, a little bit low, a little bit outside, not by much. And you look at what the Twins did last night in Seattle. And the Minnesota Twins won 18-4. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Down low, 2-0. Last night, Minnesota hit 6 more home runs. C.J. Cron and Jonathan Scope each hit 2. Byron Buxton hit 1, and Miguel Sano is back playing for Minnesota after being hurt. He got his first homer of the year. That's all they need, another power hitter. Now the 2-0 pitch, swung on, lofted in the air to left. Medium deep, Smith drifting toward the line. Retires Bauers, first down in the inning. Tribe leading it 4-0. Indians at first and second with 1 out. And the catcher Roberto Perez to the plate. Perez singled and scored his first time up. The Minnesota Twins, in hitting 6 home runs last night, moved 15 games over 500 for the first time in 9 years. Here's Roberto Perez, played a bit toward left, fairly deep in the Baltimore outfield. Right-hander against right-hander. Jeffrey Ramirez comes set. And the pitch. And it's up and in, ball 1. Minnesota has now homered 5 times or more in a ball game this year. 5 different times. Twins are first to do that before June. 5 games in which they've hit at least 5 home runs. Indians have done it once. Now the 1-0 pitch. Down and away, and it bounced away again from Wins. Boy, he's not very good behind the plate when it comes to keeping the ball near him. And Gonzalez to third, Ramirez to second. That'll be a wild pitch, but kind of a lazy effort by Wins. He didn't go down and block it. He reached across his body with a backhand. And that's a no-no for a catcher. That ball was a ball that should have been blocked, but he just didn't move and got lazy. So now Baltimore has to bring the infield in. And a 2-0 count on the Indians catcher, 4-0 Tribe. The set and the pitch. Swung down, ground ball back up the middle. Diving stop by the shortstop, VR. Gets up, throws out Perez. Scoring is Gonzalez. Ramirez stays at second. Good play by the shortstop, VR, on a ball banged up the middle. And with the infield in, he dove to his left or towards second and took a hit away from Perez. But Perez does get his 13th RBI. And the Indians have scored twice this inning. They now lead at 5-0. Ramirez is still at second. 2 down for Leonis Martin, who flied out his only time up. 5 runs on 6 hits for the Indians as they are beating up the Birds today, 5-0 in the third. Here's Leonis Martin. He takes ball one, a fastball sails high. The thing that makes Minnesota so good, Rosie, is they're not relying on 1, 2, 3 guys. They literally hurt you 1 through 9.
And we didn't see it early in the season because it was early in the season. But, boy, as it has settled in, that is a one tough lineup.
Now the 1-0 pitch. A swing and a miss. Pulled the string. Good changeup. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Martin played around toward right. Medium to fairly deep. Ball really carrying on an 84-degree day. Humid. Wind blowing out towards right and right center. Now the 1-1 pitch. High, ball 2, 2-1. Well, we'll see a lot of the Minnesota Twins. The Indians played them to start the year, but those games are irrelevant when you talk about what a club looks like. First 3 games of the year were played in ice fishing weather in Minneapolis. The 2-1 pitch, Martin swings and pops it up, foul. Third base side, this is going to become a souvenir. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Indians do not see the Twins again until the month of June. Minnesota makes their first trip here in June for 3 games. The Indians will then host the Twins again right after the All-Star break. The Indians go to Minnesota for 4 in August. They go back to Minneapolis in September. The pitch, waved at, struck him out swinging. Minnesota's also here for a series in September.
Indians with a 5-0 lead as we head to the 4th inning. And Shane Bieber will go back to work, trying to protect that nice margin now. And he has settled in solid through the first 3, allowing 3 hits. Into the wide, his pitch, and it's down low and outside to Trey Mancini. Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton back at Progressive Field, downtown Cleveland. Nice warm Sunday afternoon. We've had some cloud cover, a light sprinkle, but so far so good. The 1-0, swing and a miss by Mancini, and the count's now 1-1. And now some sunshine breaking through once again, too. So a little bit of everything here this afternoon, but the key is a nice warm day. 84 degrees at game time as the 1-1 is fouled back into the net. And it's 1-2 on Mancini. He bounced to first his first time up. The breeze has been blowing hard out to right center most of the game. Here's the 1-2. Fastball called, strike 3. Bieber pours another fastball in there, and it's taken for another strikeout. 5 strikeouts now for Bieber, and we'll go ahead and make that our Ohio Cat strikeout of the game. Brought to you by Ohio Cat, your authorized Caterpillar equipment dealer. Check them out at ohiocat.com for all of your new, used, and rental equipment needs. Here's Chris Davis. He struck out his first time up. Bieber's into the wide. Here's his pitch. And it's outside and low for ball 1. Shane Bieber still shy of his 24th birthday. That comes at the end of the month. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count's 1-1. And it has not taken Bieber long to become a mainstay in this Indians rotation. Established himself last year and really putting together a nice string of starts this season. Davis takes a pitch outside for a ball, and the count's now 2-1. Indians, 5 runs on 6 hits. No runs, 3 hits for the Orioles. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider that time had Davis swinging over it. And it's now 2-2 on the big left-handed hitting first baseman. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Outside and low. Ball 3. 3-2 on Chris Davis, who once hit 53 home runs in one season. That was back in 2013. The payoff pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Another fastball taken by an Orioles hitter. And it's 6 strikeouts now for Bieber. 3 straight over the last 2 innings. And with 2 down and the base is empty, Stevie Wilkerson will step in. Hey, Dunkin' Donuts DD Perks members receive a medium, hot, or iced coffee every Monday for just $1 during the Indians season. So sign up for DD Perks and show your fandom every Monday. Breaking ball to Wilkerson, drops on the outside corner, strike 1. Man, Bieber's in a nice rhythm here in this 4th inning. The 0-1 to Wilkerson. Fastball high and away, 1-1. Want to thank the good folks at Dunkin' Donuts. A Sunday donut delivery, courtesy of Patrick DiBiasio this week. That meant the full dozen showed up. So that was nice. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, popped up. Shallow left, charging in Gonzalez, and he makes the running catch. And the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down go the Orioles. We always know when Rafael and the right-handers back to it. The 0-1, fastball up high. 1-1 the count on Mercado. 1 hit in 7 major league at-bats now. That first hit, a double yesterday. Here's the 1-1. Fastball strike on the inside corner, and the count's now 1-2 on Mercado. And the big spring in Major League camp for the Indians, and then carried that through the first month plus at AAA Columbus. Very impressive down there as well. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball outside, and the count's now 2-2 on Mercado. Down at Columbus, he hit .294, 4 homers and 15 driven in, and stole 14 bases. Now the 2-2 pitch. Down low for ball 3. Mercado hit .400 this spring with some power out in Goodyear, and Indians wanted to make sure he played every day to start the season before making his major league debut. Here's the 3-2 pitch. It was low and outside. Did he check it? Yes, he did. A walk for Mercado. So the Indians have a leadoff base runner here in the 4th on the 3rd walk allowed by Jeffrey Ramirez. Indians baseball is always live with MLB at bat. You can follow the action with game tracking, live radio, up to the moment stats, and more. Download MLB at bat today. It's your #1 app for Indians baseball. Here's Francisco Lindor, and we'll see if Mercado's on the move here. Lindor, 2 for 2, a pair of doubles. Here's the pitch. There he goes. Huge jump. Wins throw. Not in time. And there, no, they say he overslid the bag. Mercado is out at second base. Boy, it looked like he was in there, but perhaps came off the bag, and it goes as a caught stealing. Mercado is going to wait to see if the Indians want to review this. Boy, he had a tremendous jump. It was a good throw by Wins, but it looked like Mercado was in there. And we'll see if a replay is in the offing as we get a look at the replay. And he beat the throw clearly. The key is, did he come off the bag? And the second base umpire, Paul Emmel, said yes. And there will be no challenge by the Indians. No challenge by the Indians. And interesting there is the shortstop VR, his foot was in front of the bag, and Mercado had a chance to get his back foot on the bag as he overslid it, but that foot of VR was blocking the bag, so he never had a chance to get back on there. Here's the pitch to Lindor, and it's outside for a ball. 2-0 the count. Boy, Mercado had a great jump, and he had that bag stolen by a mile, and I think we see right there just the raw speed and stolen base ability of Mercado, but it didn't work out for him as the next pitch is outside for ball 3 to Lindor. 3-0 the count. So one down, base is empty, the 3-0 pitch, low and in, ball 4, and another walk. The 4th by Ramirez, and the 4 have come in the last 2 innings. So he has really lost his command here the last 2 innings. We'll see if the Indians can take advantage. They did score twice last inning, and they're working on it now with a runner aboard, nobody out, and Ramirez won't get the chance to regain his control. They had activity going in the pen. Brandon Hyde, the manager's out to the mound. Pitching change for Baltimore, and we'll take a timeout. It's brought to you by the Cleveland Clinic. It's a call to the bullpen as Richard Blyer will make his way in. Tribe up 5-0, bottom of the 4th. Indians with a 5-0 lead here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. And Francisco Lindor's at first base with 1 out. Jason Kipnis will be the batter. Time for the Metro Toyota drive to the next series. Next up for the Tribe, the opener of their series against the Oakland Athletics right here at Progressive Field. Here's Kipnis, a bunt single back in the 1st inning, and that helped build a 2-run rally for the Indians. Then he struck out in the 2nd. Left-handed batter who has extended his on-base streak to 14 games. Modest 5-game hit streak, but 7 for 20 during that time. Throw to first, back safely as Lindor. And we saw Mercado try it against Wins, and he was thrown out, but more so because he overslid the bag earlier this inning. Lindor is 4 for 5 stealing bases this season. Here's Blyer's pitch, and it's a fastball strike on the inside corner. 0-1 the count on Jason Kipnis. Blyer has had some injury issues this season, so as a result, he hasn't been nearly as dominant as he was in prior seasons. Throw to first, back safely as Lindor. For Blyer, this is just his 6th outing. He's allowed 9 runs in 6 innings of work. But for Blyer a year ago, 31 appearances before he got hurt. His ERA was under 2. Second straight year he did that. Here's the 0-1. Fastball in tight. And the count's now 1-1. 2017, Blyer worked in 57 games and had an ERA of 1.99. Last year, 1.93 before a lat strain ended his season. The pitch swung on, fouled off at the plate, right off the shoe tops of Kipnis. And he may need some time here to walk that one off as he hobbles around outside that left side batter's box. Tribe up 5-0. Time for the Cleveland Clinic. Caregivers shout out, and the good folks at the clinic want to make sure that you join up in the Velasano Tribe Ride. It's coming up July the 20th, part of Bike to Cure weekend, where every dollar raised supports cancer research at the Cleveland Clinic. All you have to do to sign up and register is go to velasano.org/tribe ride. Flyers back to it as Kipnis digs back in. The pitch to him, way outside and low, and a good stop that time by Wins, who has had a couple skip by him. A pass ball and a wild pitch, both figuring in some run-scoring activity for the Indians earlier in the game. Tribe scored 2 in the 1st. RBI base hit by Carlos Santana got them going. Added another run in the 2nd, scored twice more in the 3rd. Santana with a home run. The pitch swung on and popped up left field. Settling under it as he makes his way in and making the catch is Smith. And there's the 2nd out here in the 4th inning. And that brings up the aforementioned Carlos Santana. 2 for 2, couple of runs driven in, and a 7th home run on the season. Get a mouth-watering Papa John's pizza for 25% off when you use the promo code TRIBEWIN in your online order the day after every Indians win. Tribe up today, 5-0 in the 4th. Blyer delivers, and Santana takes a strike on the outside corner. Well-located fastball that time by Blyer. And it looks like Santana is starting to get back to that good up-the-middle approach. Here's the pitch. There goes Lindor, and the pitch is way inside and low, and it gets past Wins. Lindor had slid into second base.
Stolen base.
And so he just now gets to his feet and cannot advance another base, but he does get credit for his stolen base, his 5th. And the Tribe now has that runner in scoring position with 2 outs. And this has been a real strong suit for the Indians this season. Second best team batting average in the major leagues with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. 275 was the average coming in. The 1-1. Swung on. There's a chopper to short. High hop hauled in by VR. Throws to first in time for the out. And the side is retired. Shane Bieber with a commanding 5-0 lead, and he is pitching a gem today. He'll go to work on Renato Nunez here in the 5th. Nunez popped to second his first time up. Bieber's into the line. The pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. Man, he's had good command of that fastball today. And again, he's coming off that game where he gave up 4 home runs and a loss to the White Sox. As he's into the windup. And here's the 0-1 pitch. Down low, 1-1, and visiting with Carl Willis. And also, Shane was saying after the game that he actually felt that he made some mistakes and things like that. But Carl Willis was saying it. He just thought that sometimes you have one of those nights where maybe you don't locate that well. The 1-1, breaking ball down low, 2-1. And son of a gun, if any time you mislocate, the opposition takes advantage. Sometimes you can get away with it. But that was not the case over in Chicago in his last start. Now the 2-1. Swung on, foul back and out of play. Just above our location here behind home plate. And it's 2-2 on Renato Nunez. Rio Ruiz to follow. And then Hanser Alberto for the Orioles in this top half of the 5th inning. And a great baseball day downtown. Back-to-back now we've had good days. The 2-2. Fastball just missed. Oh, Bieber was looking to carve up another one with that fastball that Orioles hitters they haven't been able to pull the trigger on. And they've taken strike 3. 6 strikeouts for Bieber so far. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. And you can make it 7. And that time he went with a slider as Perez had to pick it up and then throw to first to complete the strikeout. But Bieber keeps on rolling along. 1 down in the inning for Rio Ruiz. Hey, Wayside Furniture is once again delivering 3 nights of VIP treatment for Tribe fans. If you go to Wayside Furniture in Akron, you can enter to win 6 seats, throw out a first pitch, and view the fireworks on the field in recliners, courtesy of Wayside Furniture. Here's Ruiz, first pitch swinging, fouls one off at home plate. 0-1 the count on Ruiz. Left-handed batter. Bieber's into the line, and here comes his 0-1. Breaking ball down low. Did he check it? Nope. He went too far. Mike Estabrook on the appeal down at third base said he did not check his swing. Tribe up 5-0 here in the 5th. Bieber into the windup. Here's his 0-2. Swung on and skied to shallow center. Out is Lindor. In is Martin, and Leonis Martin makes the catch. The center fielder for the 2nd out in the inning. Well, we encourage you to download the McDonald's app, and if or because an Indians player has stolen a base today. Lindor, last inning. That means you win. Free 6-piece chicken McNuggets from McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Here's Hansel Alberto, and he takes strike one on the inside corner. Only 3 hits allowed by Bieber. Alberto bounced into a double play his first time. The pitch. Swung on, line drive to right. That's going to get down for a base hit. On it quickly is Mercado, and he fires it in, holding Alberto to a single. So a 2-out single for Baltimore. That's their 4th hit on the day, and that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Austin Wins. The Indians would like to thank our good friends at Valley Ford Truck. They supply security vehicles right here at Progressive Field all season long. That's Valley Ford Truck. Indians and Athletics tomorrow night as the homestand continues for the Tribe. Remember now, still in May, so Monday through Thursday games. The night games start at 6:10. That'll be Monday and Tuesday nights. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there for strike one. Wednesday, that series finale against the Athletics, that is a day game, so make your plans to be on hand. A 1:10 first pitch. Good seats still available for all 3 games in the Oakland series coming up. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2 on Austin Wins. Former college teammate of Jordan Luplow of the Indians at Fresno State. Those two caught up a little bit prior to the first game of the series. 0-2 the count. Runner at first with 2 away. The pitch. Breaking ball low and outside, and it's now 1-2 on Wins. Wins spent some time on the disabled list earlier this season. Oblique strain and a rehab assignment at AAA. The 1-2. Fastball outside. 2-2. Orioles have their AAA club in Norfolk, Virginia, so not too far from Baltimore. 2-2 the count on Wins. Tribe leading at 5-0 here in the top half of the 5th inning. Bieber sets and delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Number 8 in the books for Shane Bieber as he continues to put.
Be applied.
Carlos Gonzalez to lead things off for the Indians as we reach the bottom half of the 5th inning. Tribe leading at 5-0. Left-hander Richard Blyer still on for the Orioles. The reliever leaves a pitch low and outside for ball 1. Blyer came on in relief of Jeffrey Ramirez last inning. Give you the final line for Ramirez after this 1-0 to Gonzalez. Breaking ball, a strike on the outside corner. 1-1 the count. Ramirez went 3 1/3. He allowed 5 runs on 6 hits. 4 of the runs were earned. He walked 4 and struck out 3. The 1-1. Fastball up and in. And the count's now 2-1 on Gonzalez, who's driven in a run with a sacrifice fly, and he's walked and scored a run. So some good production with no official at-bats yet for Gonzalez. The pitch. Fastball strike on the outside corner. 2-2 the count. And Gonzalez playing his usual solid defense in left field. That has been a real nice addition to the outfield. He's played very well out there. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, chopped foul. That dribbles up the first base side. And we'll do it again at 2-2. Time for your Cleveland Indians memorable moment. That's brought to you by the Nissan team, Bedford Nissan and Mentor Nissan. And we'll take you back to Old Municipal Stadium. 1988, this date in 1988. The 2-2 swung on, yanked foul outside of first. The Indians were playing the White Sox that day, and there was no score in the ball game until the bottom half of the 9th inning. Corey Snyder hit a walk-off home run off of Bobby Thigpen, who was in his prime as a top closer in the American League. 1-0. The Indians beat the White Sox that night. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, looped foul and out of play. Off to the left. We'll do it again on 2-2. That gave Greg Swindell the win. And with that win, and again, that was May the 19th, Swindell improved to 8-1. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. And it's swung on and popped up foul out of play. That is off to the left once again. Well, 1-0 game. How about this? That game lasted 2 hours and 9 minutes at the old stadium. Two and two, the count on Gonzalez. Blyer delivers, and it's swung on and missed. Got him to chase the breaking ball. Nasty. First strikeout for Blyer. One away here in the fifth. Here's Jose Ramirez. Dominion Energy would like to remind you, whether you're an individual or contractor, state law requires that you call 811 before you dig to have those underground utilities marked. It's simple and free. Just dial 811 at least 2 business days prior to digging for your safety. Here's the pitch to Ramirez, and it is low and in for ball one. 5-0 Indians lead. Trying to take 3 out of 4 from Baltimore and trying to keep pace with the first place Red Hot Twins. The 1-0. Fastball strike on the inside corner. Tom was mentioning earlier about the Twins lineup, the damage they're doing with home runs. In that Seattle series, the first 3 games, the Twins have scored 36 runs after their 18-run output last night. The 1-1. Swung on, ripped foul outside of third. Count moves to 1-2. They've been doing it under the cover of the West Coast time zones. A lot of times you might miss the scores when a team's out west, and all of a sudden you look up, and they've had a huge weekend. The 1-2. Swung on. There's a high fly ball to right. Settling under it, Mancini, the right fielder, makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down for the Indians here in the fifth. And that'll bring up Jake Bauers. Today's injury report is presented by Elk & Elk, serious lawyers for serious injuries. Give them a call at 1-800-ELK-OHIO. And if you were with us earlier, Tom and Tito on the warm-up show talking about Mike Clevenger's progress. He's heavy into side sessions on the bullpen mounds and not that far away from heading out on a rehab assignment. He's eligible to come off the injured list June the 7th. Bauers slices one foul off to the left. It's 0-1. Corey Kluber in that cast, waiting for the bone in that right forearm to heal before he can really move forward and try to make some progress. Still in that healing stage. Here's the 0-1. And it missed inside for a ball. 1-1 the count. Tyler Naquin still down. He's on the injured list with the calf hamstring behind the knee issue. Trying to get that going. The 1-1. Swung on. There's a chopper to the left side. The third baseman there, Ruiz, throws on to first in time for the out. And the Indians go.
5-0 Indians lead the Orioles. And Shane Bieber pitching a beauty. Top of the order, Jonathan VR hits the first pitch on the ground to short. He'll be retired by his counterpart. Frankie Lindor guns him out. VR 1 for 3 today with a single. Hi again, everybody. Tom Hamilton back with you, along with Jim Rosenhaus, Stephanie Hagel, Brian Motze, and all of a sudden the clouds have parted. There's sunshine and a beautiful summer-like day off the shores of Lake Erie, with the Indians routing the Birds 5-0. Dwight Smith has struck out twice. Shane Bieber has pitched a beauty. First pitch strike, that's what he keeps doing. Just pounding the strike zone, getting ahead with a lot of first pitch fastballs. Bieber into his windup and the next offering. And Dwight Smith tried to hold up, chased a slider in the dirt, and it's quickly 0-2. So Smith trying to avoid the hat trick as Bieber has struck him out twice already. 5-0 Indians, 6th inning. The pitch, down and in. Wouldn't chase that slider. And the count 1-2. Shane Bieber has struck out 8 today, hasn't walked anybody, has allowed 4 hits. Now the wind, now the pitch, and just missed inside, 2-2. Bieber today has only thrown his changeup 4 times. He's just had a really good fastball, and as always, a very good slider. Now the wind and 2-2. Check swing. Did he go again? No, it was down and in, close. But Bieber today has primarily been a fastball pitcher, sliders, curveballs, and just the 4 changeups. Now the windup. Now the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him with another slider. Man. 9 strikeouts for Shane Bieber. And all 3 times he's wiped out Dwight Smith with a strikeout. 2 down in the 6th. The Indians got on the board in the 1st inning. Frankie Lindor doubled. Jason Kipnis a bunt single. Carlos Santana had an RBI single, and Carlos Gonzalez a sac fly. Roberto Perez led off the 2nd inning with a single. Frankie Lindor doubled, and Perez scored on a passed ball. The pitch waved at by Trey Mancini. Then in the 3rd, Carlos Santana smoked a solo homer to right, and eventually Roberto Perez had a ground-out RBI. And that's it. Indians 5, Birds nothing. The pitch waved at again. 0-2. That's your Northern Ohio Ford Dealers game summary. Ford is America's best-selling brand. Boy, is Bieber locked in, folks. The right-hander out of UC Santa Barbara delivers, and a slider in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He pitched the Gauchos to the College World Series 3 Junes ago. That's it. And now he's one of the top young starting pitchers in all of baseball. Bieber into the windup. Here it comes. A check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Shane Bieber has racked up his 10th strikeout. The Indians facing Richard Blyer, and Roberto Perez swings and misses at the first offering. Blyer, the 2nd bird to work today. The left-handed reliever works out of the set. Perez a single, a ground out, an RBI, takes strike 2. Birds have Gabriel Inoa, a right-hander, warming up. Starter Jeffrey Ramirez gave up 5 runs in 3 1/3. 4 were earned. He allowed 6 hits, walked 4, struck out 3. Blyer's 3rd inning of work misses down and in with it. 1-2 the count. Bottom 3rd of the tri-border on a gorgeous Sunday afternoon. Strong wind blowing out to right and right center. 84 degrees with humidity. The pitch, swing and a tapper foul, 3rd base side. And the count remains 1-2. So delighted to have Stephanie Hagel with us after a full night of sleep. Brian Matze, his usual Saturday night. We're just happy he showed up. They're the best in the business. Now the 1-2 pitch, swing and a foul at the plate. Based on Stephanie's attitude today and her exuberance, somebody may have gone to communion a couple of times and just down the communion wine. This Stephanie we haven't seen in a while. That's since New Year's Eve. 1-2 the count on Perez.
I think she might have chased it with 3 big cups of Colombian coffee.
The pitch. Swung on, drilled toward third on the ground. Backhanded near the line by Ruiz. Long throw in the dirt and a great pick on a backhand by Davis at first. Boy, that was well done on both ends. That'll bring up Leonis Martin. He is 0 for 2. 1 out. Tribe leading it 5-0 here in the 6th. If you go to MyPillow.com and if you click the radio listener special tab, use the promo code TRIBE, you'll get a special offer. MyPillow.com, promo code TRIBE, call 800-867-0046. Shift to the right. Martin lines it down the right field line, base hit, headed toward the corner. Martin will have his 6th double as he stops at second. Well, Frankie Lindor has cranked 2 doubles down that right field line and into the corner. And now Leonis Martin joins the party. And we'll see if there's a pitching change with Oscar Mercado coming to the plate. Gabriel is ready in the Baltimore pen, the right-hander. And here comes the rookie manager, Brandon Hyde. It's a Cleveland Clinic call to the loss, ERA 5.27. He averages more than a strikeout an inning. 5-0, Indians leading it. Oscar Mercado has fouled out and walked. Martin, the runner, at second, 1 down, 6th inning, Tribe up 5. Inoa sets, fires, and the pitch fouled off to the right, strike 1. Boy, he was a little tardy on that fastball. Indians will be in Baltimore at the end of June, where the temperature will be in the 90s and the humidity will match it. Now the set, now the pitch. Down and in, that'll move the feet. And the count, 1 ball, 1 strike on Mercado. Gabriel Inoa. You spell it Y-N-O-A. The pitch swung on, line drive, base hit to left. Near the line, it'll get down and go to the wall. Mercado gets his first Major League RBI. A stand-up double down the left field line, scoring Martin from second. So Mom and Dad are back in Tampa. They saw the first Major League hit yesterday. And now their son has his first Major League RBI. It's his second double, and the Indians have a 6-0 lead. Well, Oscar Mercado may be here longer than people originally thought. Top of the order, here's Frankie Lindor, switch hitter batting left-handed. That'll close the book on Richard Blyer, as Lindor has 2 doubles and a walk. He'll swing and miss, strike 1. Blyer went 2 innings in relief, gave up a run on a hit, had a strikeout. 6-0 Tribe. Indians have hit 4 doubles today and a home run. That's the one thing the Indians have been so good at under Terry Francona. Lots of doubles down through the years. They haven't had the doubles this year, but still early. Turning and throwing to second is Inoa. The good news is the shortstop VR was 10 feet in back of the bag so he could make the catch. But he was nowhere near the bag, and Mercado dove back. Now the 0-1 swung on, fouled upstairs, 0-2. Yeah, the Indians have dominated Baltimore. If the Indians win today, they will be 14-4 against Baltimore in the last 3 years, with 3 more games to go at Camden Yards at the end of June. Last weekend in June. Tribe 6, Birds nothing. 6th inning, runner at second, 1 out. Gabriel Inoa. He is out of the Dominican Republic. No shift for Lindor as Inoa keeps straddling the rubber. Inoa has pitched for the Mets and now Baltimore. a guy that has spent 10 years in the minor leagues. Now the 0-2 swung on, foul down the left side, still 0-2. You mentioned the Mets, and it sounds like Mickey Callaway's last day as manager could be today. It sure seems like all indications are coming out of New York that Mickey Callaway is going to get fired tomorrow. Here's the pitch, swung on, foul back. Let's pause for a station ID on the Cleveland Clinic Indians radio network. Now the 2-strike pitch to Lindor. Swing and a foul tip. Lindor up hobbling a little bit. That got his foot. Tom Hamilton with you, along with Jim Rosenhaus, Brian Motze, Stephanie Hagel. Mets are playing poorly. They're in danger of being swept by Miami, the worst team in baseball. But if you hire an agent to be your general manager, it's not the manager's fault you have a bad team. 2-strike pitch, way outside, 1-2. The Mets may be about as dysfunctional an organization as there is in sports, although the New York Jets are right there running neck and neck with the New York Mets. Now the set. Now the 1-2 pitch to Lindor. Swung on, soft liner up the middle. Caught on a bounce by the pitcher. Inoa throws to third, throws it away. Ball kicks down the left field line. In to score is Mercado. Lindor to second. A high bouncer back to the mound. Mercado broke going for third. And the throw by Inoa was way wild of third. Ricocheted down the left field line. And that enabled Mercado to go into third with a head-first slide, get up and run home. And Lindor, no RBI, ends up at second on a fielder's choice. And obviously the throwing error by Inoa. And now the Indians on top 7-0. Runner at second, one out. Jason Kipnis leans back from the high heat. Now, this is not a good Baltimore club. They lost 115 games a year ago. They're in a total rebuild, and so this is what's going to happen. It's what happens when you're rebuilding. The next pitch in there, a strike. It's not that they're not trying, but they just have a lot of players that either are cast-offs or whatnot. They don't really have any of their young prospects here. They're not ready. The 1-1 pitch down low with a changeup, 2-1, and it could be a long, long time before the Baltimore Orioles are relevant again in the American League. Their farm system's not real good. Inoa's ready, and the 2-1 pitch, high, 3-1. Well, that's the problem when you tear down and start basically with a total rebuild. If you don't have a good farm system to boot, Lord help you. 3-1 pitch, high, and Kipnis has drawn a walk. So Lindor's at second. Kipnis is at first. 5 walks today by Baltimore pitching. Wins has made more trips to the mound. And he's back out there again. And this is going to be a revolving door all season long. Kipnis' day is done. Mike Freeman will come in to pinch run. And then Freeman will stay in the game and play second. It gives you an idea of how Terry Francona feels this game's going to end up. He's getting Kipnis out of the game in the 6th inning with the Indians up 7-0. So Jason Kipnis will end the day 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. And Mike Freeman will pinch run and then stay in the game and play second. Lindor at second. Freeman, now the runner at first. 1 out, 2 runs in. Tribe up 7-0. Carlos Santana batting left-handed puts a foul ball into the upper deck for strike 1. Santana, an RBI single in the first, solo homer to right in the third, and a ground out. Santana's had a heck of a weekend. 6 hits, 6 RBIs. Inoa from the set and the 0-1. Checked swing, pitch up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the Indians haven't had a lot of these blowouts, and they'll enjoy this one and get ready for a much better team coming in, the Oakland A's. Now the 1-1 pitch in tight, 2-1, and then it really gets ramped up. One of the best teams in baseball will be here starting Thursday, the Tampa Bay Rays. This East is going to be quite a dogfight between Tampa Bay, New York, and Boston. Don't count the Red Sox out by any means. Santana backs away. He's played as a dead pull hitter toward right. The outfield is deep. 3 infielders between first and second. 7-0 Indians. 2 on, 1 out, 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Down low, changeup missed, 3-1. Well, if you can't come in here and throw strikes, then chances are Gabriel Inoa will be the next guy heading back to AAA, because you can't keep tearing up your bullpen. This is 3rd pitcher to work today for the Birds. The pitch up high, he walked another one. So Santana is aboard and the bases are loaded. Back-to-back walks, and here comes Carlos Gonzalez. Gonzalez today, sac fly, walk, and a strikeout, 0 for 1 with an RBI. And the Indians, leading 7-0, have loaded the bases with 1 out here in the 6th inning. The inning started when Perez hit a hot smash to third. Baltimore turned in a nice defensive play to get him. The next 5 Indians have reached double, double, fielder's choice error, walk, walk. 3 on the right side of the infield double play depth. The pitch roped foul down the right side by Gonzalez. And the count, no balls and a strike. The Indians offense has been better. Now, you also have to keep it relative. It's going to be better when you're facing a team that's dead last in pitching. Now the 0-1, up and in, 1-1. So you don't get carried away, obviously, but you'll take it, because anything to get the offense going and build some confidence is important for the Indians. Now the set. Now the pitch. And it's in there, strike 1 and 2 the count. If you're wondering about Carlos Gonzalez, he's had 6 grand slams in his career. He bats with the bases loaded. Indians up 7-0, 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Now the 1-2 pitch. Down and in. Slider blocked nicely that time by Wins, and they count 2-2. Baltimore pitchers made 205 pitches on Thursday night, and they may get over 200 pitches again here today. They're already nearing 130 pitches made, and we're in the 6th inning. Now the 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a slider. Gonzalez is the first strikeout victim for Inoa. 2 down, bases still loaded for Jose Ramirez. He has struck out, walked, flied out. Ramirez now 3 for 30. what the Indians would love here from Ramirez, just a line drive base hit back up the middle. Bases loaded, 2 down, 7-0 Indians the pitch, and he took a first pitch fastball for strike one. Ramirez has never had a grand slam. It's one of the few things he hasn't done. Now the set, now the pitch, change up away, and the count 1-1. Lindor at third, Freeman at second, Santana at first. Orioles overloading the right side of the infield. Outfielders deep toward right. The pitch. Down low, he went with another changeup and missed. 2-1 the count on Ramirez. Seven runs, 8 hits for the Indians. Baltimore blanked on 4 hits by Shane Bieber. Bases loaded, 2 down, bottom of the 6th. The next offering. A swing and a foul into the third base seats. 2-2 the count. Jose Ramirez dropped from third to fifth, but it hasn't resulted in Jose getting any better at the plate. Batting average, hard to believe, but down at 190. Now the 2-2. Swing and a foul back, a pitch that again almost hit him. A slider that he somehow got a piece of, way in on him. And that tells you right there, Jose's just off balance and just can't stay back and trust his eyes right now. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a foul again, in and out of the Baltimore dugout. Again, a ball that was off the plate, in on him. But he stays alive at 2-2. Enoa's ready. He fires. Down and in, a slider, and Ramirez almost chased it, and it almost hit his back foot. So the string is out. And everybody, Lindor, Freeman, and Santana, will be off on this 3-2 pitch. 7-0 Indians with 2 down in the 6th. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Here it comes. High ball 4. He walks with the bases loaded. Lindor scores, and Ramirez gets his 14th RBI. Third walk by Enoa since coming in this inning. And the Indians now lead it 8-0. And the bases stay loaded. And the 9th man to bat in the inning is Jake Bauers. Freeman to third, Santana to second, Ramirez to first, Bauers 0 for 3. The set, the pitch, and it's a fastball up for ball 1. Bauers has never had a grand slam. Indians 8, Orioles nothing, bases loaded, 2 down, 6th inning. The set, and the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, bounced into the shift, diving into right center. VR gets up, throws out Bauers. What a play by the shortstop, diving into shallow right center. 6 in the books. Cleveland 8 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 7 left. Baltimore no runs, 4 hits, 1 error, 3 men stranded. Shane Bieber's only made 79 pitches, and he delivers a first pitch fastball strike to Chris Davis. The cleanup hitter twice has been called out looking at fastballs. Left-handed hitter, shift to the right. Bieber into the motion, delivers. A swing and a miss, pulled the string on a curveball, 0-2. Davis 2 for 14 this weekend. And he really chases a lot of bad balls. The pitch, he chased another one in the dirt. Another curveball. He has struck out 3 times. Bieber has equaled a career high 11 strikeouts. He has struck out the last 3 Orioles. And you can almost guarantee he's going to have a new career high in strikeouts maybe in the next minute. Stevie Wilkerson has grounded out, flied out. Bieber has struck out 11, has not walked anybody. First time Baltimore's ever faced him. The pitch. Fastball wide. Baltimore's only had 1 runner get into scoring position today, and it came with 2 down. That's how good Bieber's been. Now the 1-0. Swung on a little soft liner to center. Base hit Wilkerson. Now Renato Nunez will bat 0 for 2. 5 hits now for the Orioles. Houston's won 10 in a row, and they're beating Boston today 3-1, 5th inning at Fenway. Carlos Correa's hit his 11th home run. Houston best record in baseball at 31-15. Minnesota's second best at 30-15. In the battle for first, Tampa Bay and New York tied at 5 in the 6th inning. We'll see Tampa Bay Thursday. Now the set and pitch to Nunez, and it's over but low, ball 1. Oakland looking for the sweep, has a 5-3 lead in Detroit. 7th inning in Motown, the Tigers have lost 6 in a row and counting. Toronto with a 1-0 lead over Chicago after 3. Now the 1-0. Swung on, line drive to left, but it hangs up. Jumping up to make the catch is Gonzalez. Right at him, and he had a jump right at the end. 2 down. Here's Rio Ruiz, 1 for 2 with a single. St. Louis just scored 2 in the first inning in Arlington, Texas. Colorado has a 4-3 lead over Philly after 5. Rockies have already hit 3 homers. Dodgers shutting out Cincinnati 4-0 in the 7th. Cody Ballinger has hit his 17th home run for the Dodgers. It's already over. Miami completed a sweep of the New York Mets today, 3-0. Wow. The set and the pitch to Ruiz, and it's in there, a strike. The Mets go home with a 5-game losing streak, getting swept by the worst team in baseball, getting 2 hits again today. And all signs indicate that former Indians pitching coach Mickey Callaway will get fired before tomorrow night's game. The pitch swung on and missed. There's a rare changeup, 0-2. The Mets had 1 hit yesterday and lost 2-0. They get 2 hits today and get shut out by Miami of all teams. And it may not be Mickey Callaway's fault, but that's usually when a manager gets fired. Milwaukee and Atlanta, 2-2 tie in the 8th. Christian Yelich has hit his 18th homer for the Brewers. The pitch swung on and missed. There it is. A new career high, 12 strikeouts for Shane Bieber. He has to start in the bottom of the 7th for Baltimore. Jeffrey Ramirez started for the Orioles today, gave up 5 runs, 4 earned in 3 1/3. Richard Blyer allowed a run in 2 innings. And Gabriel Inoa has worked 2/3 of an inning and has been charged with the other 2 runs. They're both unearned, but they're both his fault. He made a bad play and threw the ball away, and then he ends up walking 3. But so far, no earned runs off Inoa, but he has not pitched well. Guy that started last inning with a hot smash to third starts the 7th for the Indians. Roberto Perez today 1 for 3, a single and RBI. 8-0 Indians, as they will take 3 out of 4 from Baltimore unless the Orioles have a miraculous comeback. Meanwhile, Shane Bieber dazzling today for the Indians. Inoa's pitch swung on, skied foul to the right, strike one. Indians baseball brought to you by Everstream. It's Cleveland's business fiber network. Whether it's Ethernet, high-speed internet, dark fiber, or data storage, Everstream has a solution for all your data needs. Everstream.net. Now the wind and the 0-1. A check swing and a pitch up and in, 1-1. Strong wind blowing out toward right. Sun is shining through the clouds right now as the 1-1 pitch is downstairs, 2-1. Temperature is going to be about 20 degrees colder tomorrow as we continue this seesaw effect. The 2-1 way outside, 3-1. This is incredible how Inoa cannot throw strikes in an 8-0 ball game. He walked 3 last inning when he came in. The pitch swung on, a bouncing ball to third, played on the glove side by Ruiz. He'll throw Perez out. That'll bring up Leonis Martin, 1 for 3 with a double. The Orioles go back home to play the Yankees tomorrow night based on how the wind is blowing toward the east. There's the pitch, low. Baltimore's flight may take 20 minutes from Cleveland to Baltimore today with the tailwind they're going to have. Martin 1 for 3, a double, checks on a slider down and in, 2-0. Eight nothing Indians, bottom of the 7th. Overloaded right side of the infield for Martin. And the pitch swings and fouls it back and out of play. 2 balls and a strike. $21,337 looking on. Inoa's ready. Here it comes. Martin rockets one to right center. That's a base hit. Over in the gap to cut it off is Mancini. The right fielder holds Martin to a single. His second. Here's Oscar Mercado. Got his first Major League RBI in his last at bat. He doubled down the left field line. He's 1 for 2 today. Indians have now banged out 9 hits. They lead 8-0 here in the 7th. Now the set and the pitch. A swing and a pop foul, first base side. This becomes a souvenir. Yasiel Puig made a great catch today, leaping into the crowd, but then he had to leave clutching his left arm, and the Reds said they'll have an update soon, but Puig out of the ball game, getting hurt, making a great catch in the stands today. Now the set, now the 0-1. Swing and a foul back, got it in on his hands. 0-2 on Mercado. The Indians have an 8-0 lead here in the 7th. Martin at first, not being held by Davis, not with the Indians up 8-0. Nobody's running now. Now the 2-strike pitch. Swung on, soft liner to right, coming on Mancini, a drop space hit. He picks it, he throws to second, skips by the shortstop VR to the third baseman Ruiz. In with an awkward slide is Martin. Martin kind of got caught in no man's land. He didn't know if Mancini was going to be able to make the catch on the soft liner to right, but it dropped in front of him. Mancini got a good bounce, made a strong throw to second trying to get a force, but the throw skipped away. And Mercado has a 2-hit game, his first in the big leagues. And the Indians have runners at first and second, one out in the 7th. Indians up 8-0. Top of the order, Frankie Lindor. 2 doubles and a walk. Lindor is 2 for 3. He'll bat left-handed. The pitch. And a slider down and in, ball 1. Both bullpens are quiet. Manager Brandon Hyde can't keep going to his bullpen in 8-0 ball games. He's got to save that bullpen for games where they've got a chance to win. Now the set by Inoa, the pitch. A swing by Lindor and a pop foul into the seats behind the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good speed on the bases. Martin at second. Mercado at first. Tribe up 8-0, 1 down in the 7th inning. You get a ball up in the air now to right and right center. And some unsuspecting motorist on 9th Street may get a souvenir. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Pitch down and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Frankie Lindor. Well, it took him a while. You miss all of spring training, and you're always in a catch-up mode. Frankie has caught up. Last 15 games, Lindor's hitting over 350. The pitch, down and in. Didn't chase that slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Outfield fairly deep. And around toward right. Lindor slightly open stance. Back foot closer to the plate. The pitch to him. Swung on, bang toward first. Off the glove of Davis. Ricochets to the second baseman. Alberto flips to the pitcher covering at first for the out. Little pinball baseball. So Martin to third, Mercado to second. And Lindor is retired 3-4-1. The Indians determining if they want to have this call reviewed. It was bang, bang. And the Indians elect not to. Now with 2 down, Mike Freeman's first at bat. He took over for Jason Kipnis, pinch running, and stayed into play second. Freeman's done a nice job off the bench, hitting .227, 3 RBIs. Left-handed hitter, open stance. Not much of an open stance, just slightly open. The pitch to Freeman, and it's in there. Freeman played collegiately at Georgia, then transferred to Clemson. Ten years in the minor leagues for Mike Freeman. The next offering, backdoored him and missed low and away, 1-1. Freeman has played in the major leagues with Seattle, Arizona, the Dodgers, the Cubs, and now the Indians. Here's the 1-1. Down and in, a slider missed. 2 balls and a strike. The Indians with an 8-0 lead. 2 down in the 7th. Martin at third, Mercado at second. Now the 2-1. Inside, missed with a fastball, 3-1. And this is what makes Freeman such a good bench player. He may get 1 appearance at the plate in a week, yet he comes off the bench and has good at-bats. Has a good eye, knows the strike zone. Now the 3-1 delivery. Swung on, fouled upstairs, full count. And a guy that appreciates just being in the big leagues and does whatever it takes to stay sharp.
And that's why you like to have a veteran in that spot. They had some younger players here earlier in the season. I don't know if it's easier for a veteran, but they've certainly been around long enough to know what it takes to be ready.
Now the payoff delivery. Swing and a foul tip. We'll do it again at 3-2. The Indians, 8 runs, 10 hits. The Birds, nothing on 5 hits. Indians at second and third with 2 down in the 7th. Now the payoff pitch. Swing and a foul back. Another good at bat for Freeman. The full-size American-made Toyota Tundra is with you for the long haul, and now Tundra includes the most advanced safety features as standard equipment. For all Toyota offers, go to buyatoyota.com. 8-0 Indians, 7th inning. 2 down, runners second and third. Gabriel Inoa is about to make his 60th pitch. So far, he's worked an inning and a third and made 60 pitches. Here it comes. Swung on, hit high, hit deep to center. Wilkerson back over his head, high off the 19-foot wall. Scoring are Martin and Mercado, and a 2-run double off the 19-foot wall in center for Mike Freeman. And he comes off the bench and delivers again. 5 RBIs for Freeman, his first double of the year. What an at-bat by Freeman. An 8-pitch at-bat, and he doubles off the wall in center to make it a 10-0 Indians lead. That'll bring to the plate Carlos Santana, switch hitter, batting left-handed. The shift employed to the right, Santana today. The pitch, down and in, missed with the off-speed. Santana, an RBI single, a solo homer to right, ground out and a walk. And Doug Brocail, the pitching coach, going to the mound. Not a whole lot he can say here other than we need to be out of here by 6 o'clock because of weather. Can you hurry it up a little? The Orioles have activity in their bullpen. Miguel Castro, a right-hander, but I mean it's a 10-0 ball game, and well, Rosie, this is May, and think where the Orioles are going to be pitching-wise in another couple of months when the weather heats up.
And they're coming off that doubleheader Wednesday before this series even began, and then, as you mentioned, they're going home to play the Yankees, which can be a major stress on any bullpen, and boy, they're going to be dipping into AAA big time.
Well, and obviously they don't have anybody at AAA or they'd be here.
Yeah.
The Orioles are dead last in pitching. They came in here today with an ERA of 5.5. That's 2 runs higher than the Indians' team ERA. But again, this is what happens when you're in a total rebuild. It's all part of that process. Now the 1-0 to Santana. A swing and a high fly ball deep left. Smith back, track at the wall, and he makes the catch. That'll do it. The Indians get 2 more on the... It's the 8th inning, and Hanser Alberto to face Shane Bieber. And the first pitch is in there, a strike. Bieber with a career-high 12 strikeouts. Alberto 1 for 2 with a single, the wind and the pitch. A swing and a miss. Batting helmet goes flying. 0-2 the count. The next offering, swung on a weak bouncing ball to the second baseman. Freeman will throw out Alberto. 1 down. Here's Austin Wynns, 1 for 2 with a single. As the Indians are going to take 3 out of 4. Good to have some of the Kent State Golden Flashes baseball players up here. The Kent State Golden Flashes, along with the rest of the MAC, will have their conference tournament coming up this week. And that'll be in Avon. Here's Austin Wynns, 1 for 2 with a single. The wind and the pitch. And it's in there. And Kent State has qualified again. Only 6 teams now get to the conference tournament, and the winner of the MAC conference tournament gets the automatic bid to the NCAA regionals, which Kent won last year. That pitch downstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike.
First time in a little bit they haven't been a favorite going in?
Yeah, I don't know. It probably is, Rosie. Yeah, they didn't win the regular season, but they are red hot. That pitch swung on, a little tapper down the first base line. Perez pops on it, bare hand pickup and throw. Indians catcher gets his counterpart. So we had Kean O'Brien in the booth with us, and Patrick Ferguson and Devin Nail, all members of the Kent State baseball team. And they and Central Michigan are the 2 hottest teams right now in the MAC. And we all know how tournaments go. Double elimination, whoever gets hot at the right time. So good luck to the boys in Kent State University, which has been a mid-major baseball power for years now. That pitch in there, a strike. All started with Bob Todd. He got them on the map, then went to Ohio State. Then Danny Hall, who's now Georgia Tech. There's the 0-1 pitch, and it's in there, a strike. Or Scott Strickland took them to Omaha, now at Georgia. And now Jeff Duncan has continued the outstanding run at Kent State. VR lifted for a pinch hitter, and Richie Martin steps in and takes strike 3. Wow, how good is Bieber today? As the Indians are going to take 3 out of 4. So, tough day for Gabriel Inoa. Had tough day throwing strikes. As he went an inning and 2/3, he gave up 4 base hits in the game. 4 runs, 2 were earned, but it was his throwing error that allowed the other 2. Walked 3, struck out a batter. Miguel Castro delivers down low, ball 1. This is Carlos Gonzalez. Sac fly, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Now the set and the next offering, and it's swung on, socked high in the air to left, not deep. Smith coming in, and that'll take care of Gonzalez. 1 down for Jose Ramirez, switch hitter. He'll swing it left-handed. Ramirez today 0 for 2, couple of walks, got a bases loaded walk his last time up. Now the set and the pitch, and it backs him off the plate for ball 1. The next delivery, and it's in there, strike 1-1. Was mentioning the great lineage of college baseball coaches at Kent State and the guys that have gone on to Power 5 schools. That pitch swung on. Ramirez slices one foul down the left side. 1-2 the count. Rick Remlach also had a great run at Kent State. He went to Wake Forest. Then Scott Strickland took over, and now at Georgia. Bob Todd at Ohio State for years. Danny Hall still at Georgia Tech. And Jeff Duncan, I'm sure somebody will grab him down the road. The 1-2 way outside, 2-2. And the mid-majors that win in sports have great coaches that move on. You think of the Xaviers in basketball, Butler in basketball. That's what you want.
And hard to keep that going, to continually find those types of coaches. You would think at some point in time it would be difficult.
Now the 2-2, swing and a miss, pulled a string. Changeup by Castro gets Ramirez 2 down. But also, if you're a coach, you look at the Butlers, the Xaviers in hoops, the Kent State in baseball, and go, Well, this is where I can maybe make my mark, and not that they don't like being at the schools they're at, but let's face it, if you're a player or a coach, you're always looking for bigger and better, and that's what makes programs winners. I don't know if you're a program in any sport that wants a guy that says, well, I'll stay here for the next 30 years. Might lose incentive. Jake Bowers checks his swing, but still hits a little tapper to the mound, and Castro flips over, and that's an 8-pitch inning. 10-0 Indians. Shane Bieber had never pitched more than 7 innings in a major league game, and he's coming out for the 9th, having made 98 pitches, a career-high 13 strikeouts. Dwight Smith takes a first pitch strike. Bieber looking for his first major league complete game and his first major league shutout. Dan Otero warming just in case. The wind and the pitch by Bieber, and Smith swings and misses, chased a curve in the dirt. My goodness. Bieber has just been phenomenal. And the Indians got a great start yesterday from Adam Plutko. Talk about putting your bullpen in great shape. Bieber into the windup, and his 2-strike pitch just missed outside. How do you not get that call? As good as he's been. Wow. And it's a 10-0 ball game. Indians up here in the 9th. Smith has been punched out 3 times. The pitch, low and away, 2-2. Joey Rickard to follow, then Chris Davis. Shane Bieber now at 102 pitches. Into the motion. And Bieber's 2-2 delivery to Dwight Smith. Swing and a miss. Got him with a hook. Now 14 strikeouts for Bieber, and the golden sombrero for Dwight Smith. Wow. 1 down, first at bat for Joey Rickard. Bieber has struck out Dwight Smith 4 times, Chris Davis 3 times. He still hasn't come close to walking anybody. Rickard, a right-handed hitter, takes the swing, smashes it to third, backhanded nicely. Ramirez straightens, throws over, 2 down. Shane Bieber, 1 out away from his first major league complete game and shutout. And that's your KeyBank keys to the game, Shane Bieber. You don't give up any runs, you win. KeyBank, the banking home of the Indians. Cover your financial bases with KeyBank. 21,377 on their feet at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario. Last hope, Chris Davis. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Davis has been chasing that pitch the entire weekend. Shane Bieber with a shift to the right. He kicks, he fires. Swing and a miss. Another hook. My goodness. Shane Bieber. What a performance. 0-2 the count on Chris Davis. The pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Third curveball in the dirt. Perez picks it up. No need to tag Davis out. He walks away. Ball game. A career first complete game. A career first shutout. A career best 15 strikeouts. And Shane Bieber dominates the Baltimore Orioles with a 5-hit shutout. And the Indians wallop the Birds 10-0.